Good afternoon, people. It is Thursday, February 20th, 12:10 p.m. People, I really wanted to get this video out. It's been several weeks now since my last one. I wanted to do one the other day. I just didn't get a chance, but I think it's just too important not to get something out. In my last video, I basically said that I thought gold was pretty much just going to bounce around, and that's kind of what it did. It just bounced around. But the last week or so, just by looking at the price action, it looked to me that gold just wanted to push forward. It just wanted to push up, and it was doing that, and maybe it was coming back down, but it kept pushing. And the other day in my video, I was ready to say it looks to me as if gold is very close to a breakout any day or any week or so. And sure enough, it looks as if gold is breaking out now. Above that key 1600 level. As I speak, the price of gold is $1,620. It's up another $10 today. And what I wanted to do, I'm going to keep this video, I'm going to keep it short, but I went back last night and I got the gold price for 2011. That was the first time gold crossed 1600. All right, and I printed it out right here. This is all the months, all the days for 2011. And you see January, February, March, April, May, June, July. And if you look at July right there, it was July 19th. Gold hit $1,601. That's a closing price. Then a couple of days later, it did it again. Okay, and then it slowly, well, actually not that slow. It went off, up, right? And then when we got to September 5th, $1,895. All-time closing high. Okay, 2011 daily gold price. July 19, 2011, it hit 1,600 for the first time. The all-time closing high, 1895, September 5th. That's 48 days, people, to the all-time high from that first 1,600 level. 48 days. Let that sink in, people. What is that? A month and a half? So from the middle of July 2011 to the first week in September, okay, it went up $300 to an all-time high. Now, what's the expression? History doesn't necessarily repeat, but it rhymes. Yeah, this could happen again, people. Am I saying it will? No. Am I saying it can? Absolutely. Why not? Now, the setup is different this time around, but the bottom line is, okay, all these problems, they've just been swept under the rug, and it's the same problems, only bigger, okay? This is the battle here, people. We took out 1340, right? We had that 1550. After 1600, people, there's a lot of air up there. After 1600, it's the all-time highs, okay? And if we look at this chart, when gold took out 1600, there it is. Once it took out 1600, it pretty much went straight up. They battled it out of exhaustion. Okay, it couldn't go any further. It came down. It tried to hold that 1600 level again. It bounced off it, right? That second arrow went up again, but it couldn't take out the whole all-time high. Came back down to 1600 one more time, and then they were able to push it below that. And we've been in this bear market ever since, all right? But here we are today, people, 48 days. Now, what's very interesting to me also, I went back and I looked at the U.S. dollar index when gold hit 1,600 in July of 2011, and it was basically 79. 79, the U.S. dollar index, okay, when gold was at 1,600. Today, it's right now it's like 99, and it's been going up, okay? Gold is at 1,600 again, people, and the US dollar index is now 99. What's going to happen when this US dollar finally craters and goes back down to 79, 72, 70? Gold has held its strength. It's the same price today, 1,600, as it was 9 years ago. And 9 years ago, the US dollar was 79 on the index, which means nothing, by the way. But nevertheless, now it's 99, right? That should change to 20, right? Change divided by the original, 20 divided by 80, let's just say, what's that, 25%, right? The dollar has supposedly gone up against all these other fiat currencies that are just circling the drain. Meanwhile, gold, it hasn't gone up a penny against gold. So what's going to happen when the dollar crashes, which it will? Gold is going to skyrocket like it's doing in every other fiat currency, okay? Including, soon enough, precious Bitcoin, okay? So this is where we're at, people, all right? It's been a battle, okay, many years. They tried to shake you out. They tried to wear you out. They tried to scare you out. They did everything that they could possibly do to get you out of gold, okay? And I was thinking about it. Now's the time, people, to hunker down. You know, there was that novel, Around the World in 80 Days, okay? Jules Verne, right? And Phileas Fogg, he makes a bet, I think it was £10,000 at the time, that he could traverse the world in 80 days, right? Come hell or high water. And that's what he does. He gets into a hot air balloon, right? He rides on a train, right? He's on an elephant, okay? And there's this one scene. He buys a boat, okay? And he pays for the boat like another £10,000 or something like that, right? And he's on this boat, and they're shoveling everything into the boat, right? To keep the engine going, right? And it runs out. It runs out of coal, right? Or whatever, right? And what does he start doing? He starts throwing everything into the furnace. He strips the wood. He throws the lifeboats in. There was one guy who had a wooden leg. He wanted to throw that guy in the furnace. He didn't care. He threw it all overboard if he had to get to the other side. And that's where we're at, people. They're going to do everything they can to shake you out of gold. Trust me on this, okay? You got to throw it all overboard. Now's not the time to hold on to anything. Hold gold. Throw it all overboard if you have to. That's what he did to win that bet. And this is a big bet, people. And if you want to win it, you got to chuck everything else out. Because at the end of the day, it don't mean nothing. It's just stuff. Okay? See, a lot of people know the price of everything, but the value of nothing. Okay? And that's where we're at today, people. And speaking of around the world in 80 days, you know, this world's a lot smaller now. That was the whole point of that story. How the world is getting smaller. And it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Can this coronavirus go around the world in 80 days? I think it is, people. I think it is. And Katie, bar the door. Don't let this bull throw you, people. It's a beautiful day out there. I can't recall a better winter. Gorgeous. Get out, take a walk. You're going to need to clear your mind, okay? You're going to need to be strong. You need to be calm, okay? And you just need to just get out, take a walk, all right? Enjoy the day if you can. And Lord willing, we pick this up. But just watch it, people. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. The battle is on. Ciao.